Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Dibs, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Today, we are counting down my top 10 safeties in the 2023 NFL Draft. If you guys love the draft, please be sure to smash that subscribe button. Let's go. Alright guys, this list took a lot of time and prep to put together, so I had to add an honorable mention here. Kenny Logan out of Kansas. Kenny Logan has shown some serious production the last 2 seasons. After amassing 110 tackles and 6 deflections in 2021, Logan has 80 tackles, 2 picks, and 3 more deflections in 2022. This is a very good athlete, which often shows up in space, but he also has the range to cover ground, close windows in deep coverage, and quickly enforce in run support. Kenny Logan Jr. earns bonus points also with his kick returning experience. This is a safety prospect with the ability to cover a lot of ground. Right now, I've got a day 3 grade on Kenny Logan. Let's watch some highlights.
4-man rush. High, caught, and dropped. It was never a catch. Jordan Moore was not the intended receiver, but the ball found it into his mitts, and he couldn't hang on.
I mean, that's about as lucky in a good way for Duke as you get. You get this, and then, so much going on. Very nice job by Logan.
Alright, here we go into the top 10. Coming in number 10 in my rankings is Jair Brown out of Penn State. Jair Brown's production has been simply elite, and he has the tools to match. He's a well-built 5'11", 208-pound defender with a documented 4.45 40-yard dash and a 3.99 shuttle time per Bruce Feldman. The explosiveness and short area quickness translate for Jair Brown in both phases, coming downhill with aggression and tracking in coverage to generate turnovers. There is zero question that NFL teams will fall in love with Brown's athleticism and his terrific vision. Jair Brown also brings plenty of experience to the table, and he is not necessarily a raw prospect. I think Jair Brown has the talent to potentially become a starting safety in the NFL with upside to completely blow up during the combine and rise up the draft board. Right now, I've got a rounds 3 through 4 grade on Jair Brown. Let's watch some highlights.
Deep man to the eye. Here he is. Tries to bounce it back, but is wrestled down. Terrific job by Jair Brown. In at the 32. Here's Mertz. He's got to uncork in the... And intercepted again. Jair Brown. And that will do it. This Rutgers offense. And this time the ball is jarred free. Curtis Jacobs jarred it free and heading the other direction. Jair Brown. And Brown is going to score Penn State's second defensive touchdown of the ball game. Ninth play of the drive coming up. And he's picked off. Tagovailoa is picked off. It's Jair Brown who's going to go the distance. A pick 6 for Penn State.
Coming in number 9 in my rankings is Jay Ward out of LSU. Jay Ward is one of the draft's biggest wildcards and potential risers in the coming months. At 6'1", 180 pounds, one has to wonder how Ward's lean frame will project to the NFL. He'll need to add weight, but if he can, his projection is super intriguing. Ward is a former cornerback who's played on the boundary before, and he has the lateral agility and fluidity to match with his length. He made the switch to safety back in 2021 and now shifts between true safety and the nickel role, where his coverage building blocks translate really well. Ward's background grants him very natural coverage ability, but even more surprising is his ability in run support. Despite being underweight for his frame, he's a sound tackler who uses his length to wrap up, process quickly, and takes really good angles to the ball. Right now, I've got a day 2 grade on Jay Ward. Let's watch some highlights. Coming in number 8 in my rankings is Jalen Catalone out of Arkansas. The bad news, Jalen Catalone is a smallish safety at 5'10" and 200 pounds. The good news, this guy has elite quickness and closing speed compared to the rest of the safety class. Catalone is quick to key and diagnose, and he plays fast and decisively to affect every inch of the football field. He has a natural feel for how an offense wants to attack, and his fluid transitions and bursts to close help him drive to the football. His inconsistency during the 2022 season and injury concerns have tainted this one-time, big-time recruit, but his versatility to play multiple coverages and against the run could help him be an early day selection in the 2023 NFL Draft. Right now, I've got a day 2 grade on Jalen Catalone. Let's watch some highlights.
Safety in instead of a linebacker.
Mariota, the first-year defensive coordinator, head coach at Missouri. The last few years, there's another pick. Arkansas's got another one, and this one's going to turn into points. Jalen Catalone cut right in front of the football and takes it to the end zone.
Wow, one of the 3 safeties we were just talking about.
Coming in number 7 is Brandon Joseph out of Notre Dame. Brandon Joseph is one of the top pure cover safeties in this class. He'll need to add strength, but he has really good frame at 6'1" and 192 pounds. He has a high football IQ and anticipation, which usually puts him in good position when you watch tape. His coverage abilities and ability to make a big-time impact inside the box makes him one of the more intriguing safety prospects in this year's draft. In 2022 for Notre Dame, he struggled with consistency, especially when it comes to tackling. Joseph sometimes struggles coming downhill, an issue that will most likely lose some appeal in the NFL scouting circles. But the flashes of playmaking ability and natural instincts in coverage are more than enough to sustain excitement for Joseph's projection at the next level. Right now, I've got a day 2 grade on Brandon Joseph. Let's watch some highlights.
Justin Fields steps into his throw, end zone. Oh my goodness, is that an interception? Brandon Joseph defensively in this conference, and you can tell why. Here's 16, man-to-man against Garrett Wilson. Wilson's trying to go to the corner, and look at that. What? His back one hand. Holy cow, Brandon Joseph, have a day. And it's intercepted to open up the game. Brandon Joseph, pick 6, just like that.
Coming in number 6 in my rankings is Ronnie Hickman out of Ohio State. After leading Ohio State with 100 tackles in his first season as a starter in 2021, Ronnie Hickman thrived as the Buckeyes free safety in 2022, holding the 4th highest grade among all FBS safeties this season per PFF. He also led OSU with 5 pass breakups to go along with an interception and a forced fumble. Hickman has really good size at 6'1" and is an aggressive downhill safety prospect that does well to diagnose with a nose for the football. Hickman shows a lot of upside with room to fill out his frame and get stronger at the next level. Unfortunately, Hickman comes with injury concerns. He had an injury in high school that led to a redshirt in 2019, and his season ended in 2020 after 5 games due to injury. However, those flashes that he has showed at Ohio State, I think, grants him a day 2 worthy selection. Let's watch some highlights.
Rising, looks for Keith. He makes the catch, doesn't make enough. He is tackled right there by Ronnie Hickman, one of the leaders of this Ohio State defense.
Hickman works around him. The ball is thrown on the money, but Hickman, because of avoiding that traffic, got in a position to make a play where 80 Keithy can't do anything after the catch.
Once again, on the long cross,
with the pick.
Coming in number 5 in my rankings is Chris Smith out of Georgia. Chris Smith isn't going to wow anyone on the initial eye test. He's around average size at 5'11", 190 pounds, and maybe a bit smaller when the combine hits next month. While he's a good athlete, he doesn't have elite deep speed or burst. Where Chris Smith wins and where NFL safeties often need to win in order to stay on the football field is with his quick processing and high football IQ. He's fluid and fleet-footed in space, very quick to react to breaks, and adept at following the quarterback's eyes to the football. Smith's overall mix of physical and mental tools affords him the versatility to play in space or in the slot, and he has the ball skills to convert. Over the past 2 seasons, Chris Smith has 5 interceptions and 9 pass deflections. Right now, I've got a day 2 grade on Chris Smith. He had amazing moments in 2022. Let's watch some highlights.
In the pocket. Intercepted. Jumping the route is Christopher Smith. A foot race. Can the quarterback catch him? He cannot. Pick 6, Georgia.
On the board first. High snap. They got it down and it's blocked. Georgia stuffs it. And now here comes the run back. If this stands, it's going to be about a 95-yard touchdown.
It will stand.
Coming in number 4 in my rankings is Jordan Battle out of Alabama. Jordan Battle has solid size at 6'1" and 210 pounds. He's got great ball skills and covers a ton of ground in all facets. Battle aligned primarily as a deep safety for the Crimson Tide, but his best role at the next level might be as a strong safety, playing down near the line of scrimmage. You can tell off tape that he has a nose for the football and playing in the box and laying the smackdown on ball carriers in the backfield. His run defense is really solid. He's very good in coverage as well, but his range as a deep safety will most likely be brought up into question during next month's combine. The question about Battle is this: he's very good in many areas, but overall a master of none. While he's probably a plug-and-play contributor from day one in the NFL, I'm not sure this guy has the upside of, say, a Pro Bowler in the NFL. Right now, though, I've got a day 2 grade on Jordan Battle. Let's watch some highlights.
Dark, quick slant, but it's short of the first down. Dayton Wade is going to flip it out there. He's wide open if he can get a block. Whoa, did he get deposited in the back end by Battle? Bigsby trying to bounce it outside, and he does. Tank Bigsby close to a first down, about a yard shy and out of bounds.
Stops the clock. But he does smartly shift the ball to his left hand. Watch this. Gets it in his left hand. Good fundamentals. Tries to get the straight arm, but is pulled out of bounds.
That's one of the reasons he continues to develop guys.
Intercepted by Alabama, and this one's going the other way. A pick 6 for Jordan Battle and a 44-yard return.
Battle sitting out there, recognizing it again. He goes, oh, I saw this last time. Last time I knocked it down at the line of scrimmage. This time, I'm taking it to the house.
Coming in number 3 in my rankings is J.L. Skinner out of Boise State. Here is a long, fast, physical safety prospect with big-time upside. At 6'4", 220 pounds, Skinner has excellent size to go along with elite explosiveness, high-end range in pursuit, and surprisingly short area twitch as a mover. Skinner uses his long strides to mirror receivers and cover a ton of ground. but he also plays with the physicality and flexibility to navigate through congestion on the football field. He brings the thunder downhill, just as you would expect for a prospect with this size. He isn't the best tackler, and this is an area where he'll need to develop at the next level. However, Skinner is a unique prospect that you can count the number of NFL safeties taller than 6'4" on one hand. He plays with the speed and range of a smaller athlete, but strikes with the power of a 240-pound linebacker. Right now, I've got a day 2 grade on JL Skinner. Let's watch some highlights.
The reverse into the hands of Presley. Presley, the wide receiver, just got lit up. JL Skinner laying the wood.
Just saw his range. We saw his speed earlier. His eyes seeing through things. Just an unbelievable job of seeing through. He sees the mesh and then comes back, and let's see how he fits it up. Wow.
Timeouts, but protect the football. Wait.
Clemens fires. End zone is picked off. Skinner again. Unbelievable.
Ohio State 0 for 6 tonight on 3rd down as O'Brien is picked off. JL Skinner with the interception.
Coming in number 2 in my rankings is Brian Branch out of Alabama. This is the Swiss Army knife of the 2023 safety class. Here is a prospect who is sound in nearly every facet of the game. At Bama, he's filled in admirably in the slot role, and he's been borderline elite when it comes to tackling. Brian Branch's versatility is his number 1 calling card. He's got excellent read and react ability. He can blitz the quarterback. He can make plays on the ball. He's an immediate plug-and-play starter in the NFL who can thrive at safety or corner if needed. He's a natural cover man with a nose for the football. Branch also matches up well versus size and displays the burst and transition quickness to play sticky coverage. Right now, I've got a rounds 1 through 2 grade on Brian Branch. Let's watch some highlights.
That Bryce is not being able to work with practice time.
Governors with it. And good night. What a pop by Brian Branch.
Dart to the end zone. Incomplete, broken up by Brian Branch.
Go to your best guy. Bingo inside on Branch. It's a decent matchup. Field's open. Branch, really good coverage. Nowhere for that ball to go.
He comes over to be able to help out. Watch this. Boom! Branch pushes him right into the backfield.
All right, coming in number 1 in my rankings is Antonio Johnson out of Texas A&M. First thing to know about Antonio Johnson is his size. This is a 6'3", 200-pound defensive back with a massive wingspan that shows up when he's taking on blocks and bringing down ball carriers in the backfield. His plus size and unreal closing speed is simply eye-opening when watching tape. Johnson thrives the most when everything is set up in front of him. Expectations weren't met on a team level, and Antonio Johnson has been a bit underwhelming in that sense as well. While the ball production isn't quite at the level you want, Johnson remains the ideal modern-day safety because of his size, athleticism, and overall versatility. Although he isn't a player with elite speed, Johnson has fluid movement skills with the read and react quickness to lock down receivers in coverage. Right now, I've got a rounds 1 through 2 grade on Antonio Johnson. Let's watch some highlights.
Man, here comes the blitz. Look out! Passes, rocket, decked, and it's fumbled and into the end zone for the touchdown. It's Hansford. Wow! Antonio Johnson just rocked Jawan Pass.
So those are my top 10 safeties in the 2023 class. Do you agree or disagree? Did I miss anybody in these rankings? Please let me know down in that comment section below. Give this video a like if you love the draft, or follow me on Twitter at Mr. Crockpot and send me a message about anything NFL draft. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Stay awesome.